Oh, God. Fucking family tree. I don't know. Who am I gonna pick? Who's this guy? Horace? I don't know, man. This guy looks alright. Sure, whatever. Harold. Let's call it Harold. Oh my god, after reading, I don't know how many censuses. I don't know how many marriage records, death records. I don't know. This project gave me an absolute headache. And everything I learned about my boy Harold was reluctant. But I'm kind of glad I did. So, let me tell you why. Harold Edward Burke was born on February 20th, 1910 in Jackson, Michigan, to Ernest and Georgia Burke. He was the second oldest of 9 children. If there was one thing this guy knew how to do, it was work hard. At 20 years old, just after graduating high school, he became an assembler at a local radio plant for around 30 cents an hour. At 30, he would become a machinist for Reynolds Spring Company in Jackson, Michigan. In 1940, he only worked for 26 weeks for about $640. And you may be wondering, why did he only work 26 weeks in 1940? Well, I wasn't quite... Excuse me, one second. Hello. Yes, big surprise. He was drafted. World War II. These are his draft cards, as you can see. And in classic Burke style, I kind of respect him for this. He managed to get out of it by joining the Navy Reserves. Hey, that's pretty sweet. I like getting out of work too. After reading all these countless censuses and learning all these facts about who he was as a young man, I realized it's not enough to know what he did. I wanted to know who he was. So I bit the bullet and actually called a relative.
That he was a very hard-working, devoted family man. He took great pride in his work and his family. Once he started a project, he stayed with it. He was not a quitter. He was always very honest. A person could just believe him. He was just a very honest man.
He loved to fish. He would fish from sunrise to sunset if he could. And he drank coffee continuously. Black coffee. I mean, these are quirky things.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a quirky thing, but it was really nice to talk to my grandmas and find out more about Harold. And the fisherman thing has to be true because the best picture I found of him was of him holding this really sweet catch. Nice job, man. And like Donna said, he was a hard worker and finished what he started, so looks like now it's my turn. Harold would pass away in 1978 at the age of 68 from what we can assume was lung cancer, as he was an avid smoker. And his wife Hilda would join him 20 years later, where they are buried together at a cemetery in Jackson. But that's not where the story ends. A week ago, I went home for a night to dig up some pictures of Harold, and when I was packing up the next morning to leave, I found myself putting pictures of my parents and I on my bag. I sit here a week later, making final edits to this video, and I realized the Family Tree Project was not about our relative who was a warrior or farmer, or got out of World War II by joining the reserves. It's about connecting with the people who love us unconditionally, and it's a really special thing that we all get to some degree, and a lot of us probably take for granted. At least I know I have. So, begrudgingly I admit, I guess this project wasn't as bad as I thought, and I really love my family.